Hey guys, what's up? It's Bib7 here again, and welcome to a new RuneScape 3 vlog. Actually not getting a 99 in this one, but I am going to be doing crafting. Currently 490k off of 98, so I will be getting that later today, and I'll have a video on that as well. But I wanted to make a separate video here just to talk a little bit about something that's been a bit of a hot topic recently, but it's kind of always been a debated thing in the RuneScape community for the past, well, pretty much the past forever as far as I remember, but I just wanted to give my thoughts on it and see what you guys think as well in the comments. I might end up ranting a little bit in this video because it kind of pisses me off the stance of thing that Jagex has on these things. But what I'm talking about is boss drop rates, and they have said on a Reddit post that they are going to finally be releasing the actual drop rates for bosses in the game, for rare drops, like God Wars 2 probably, and just like I think they're doing every boss. That's my understanding, although they were pretty vague about it. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing some rates at some bosses, namely Telos. Everybody wants to see the Telos drop rates. All the comments on that thread are like, Telos drop rates. Please do Telos first. I would love to see the Telos rates. And for some reason, they've been super reserved in releasing drop rates on this game. But on old school, they released them for everything under the sun that you could ever ask for. And I think it's not something that's like something people need. Obviously, it's just like some people like to see. I don't know. It might be just me, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people in the community, including myself, like to know the statistics on things and the numbers behind your drop rates and stuff. It's just like something that you know your chances of getting a drop or something, or I mean, I don't know. It's just like, it's hard to explain. It's hard to like quantify why people want to know, but it's just like something that's nice to know. You know your drop rate of getting something, and you're doing it with that understanding. So that's just my opinion. I feel like it's just something that people just would like to know in general, and I honestly don't see any reason behind them not releasing drop rates for every boss that's like a regular boss. Like every God Wars 2 boss, every single boss except for Telos. Even then, though, I still think they should and can, and like I see no problem with them releasing the Telos drop rates. I would like to see it, but I can kind of understand why they wouldn't want to release it, but at the same time, I don't really understand. So basically, the reason they don't want to release it is because then people will just do the best method of getting drops, and that's it. And they won't do, say like the best way to get a drop is to do 99% claim instead of streaking. Then people that can do 99% claim will just do that, and they won't streak because they don't want to have a worse chance of getting drops. Now that's definitely something I could see. I could definitely see the argument for them not wanting to make the drop rates completely known for Telos because of things like that, but at the same time, I feel like their reasoning behind it doesn't really make much sense, because they say that they don't want to affect the economy too much on the Telos drops, and I can't see how releasing the drop rates would change that, unless the way that is best to get drops is just something that nobody is doing at all, not even close. And I don't see how that could ever be the case, because people are streaking from 0. People are streaking from 100. People are doing high-end rage kills one at a time and claiming the loot. What else is there? There's really no other way of getting, a different result. Either you streak from 0 or streak from 100, which are arguably not that different, depending on how high you can streak. Or you do you do as high in rage as you possibly can and claim. Or I mean, if you want to, you can do like 100% in rage only and claim, which I can't see that being the best. That would make 0 sense. So that's the only one that people don't do as far as I know, but some people even do that. You can find loot videos for 100% claim Telos. So I don't see how releasing the drop rates would really affect that all that much, because there's already people who believe that 99% claim is best. There's already people who believe streaking is best, and just settling that issue won't make it any that much different. Like, only so many people can even do 999% claim Telos kills anyway, and I don't think it would really be that big of an impact on the economy. That being said, I do understand why they might think that, and I would definitely be a little bit more careful about it as far as they are concerned on releasing it. They say that they feel it will also ruin the boss if they do that, because then people won't be, perhaps the drop rate stops increasing after a certain point. Then people will have less incentive to push and rage past that point, and the crafter just disappeared. No. Someone bring it back. But anyways, I can understand that as well, but at the same time, there's no real reason for people to push super, super high in rages, like up to 4K, like, the recent achievement of Saturn, and I think Lit has it in now as well. I don't know if anybody else does, but there's no real reason to do that other than personal achievement, so people will still push and rage for personal achievement, and I don't think that would really be affected too much by the drop rates, because when you're pushing in rage, at least when I push in rage, I could give less of a shit about the drops. I'm just going for the enrage because I want it as a personal achievement. Like, when I went for Warden, I barely even looked at the drop. I just hit continue, got that bonus enrage for getting a kill streak, and moved on. Like, I don't really see how people would stop pushing enrage just because of drop rates. But yeah, I definitely am interested to see what they end up doing. I think they really should release the drop rates for Telos. Again, it's really hard for me to quantify how exactly or why exactly people want the drop rates, but I want them too. Like, I can feel I definitely can tell why people want them. Like, when I'm killing a boss, I'm sure a lot of people do this. My friend Alex always does it. When you're killing a boss, doing a clue scroll, even just skilling and trying to get a skilling pet, you look it up. You go to the boss drop page on the wiki, or you look at people's loot videos, and you want to see, what's the rough drop rate of these items? Am I likely to get one, etc. Like, that's just something that people do on the game. It's like a thing. I don't know. It just seems like it would be a lot easier if we had hard statistical numbers from Jagex on how these drops are obtained. Again, I can see the stance on Telos, but I would still like to see the drop rates released for it. Partially also because I would like to see if I really have just gotten insanely lucky with my 2 orb sets in 400 some odd KC. So that's a little bit of a selfish reason, but I would like to see that as well. But yeah, it's just like a big part of the community has always been drop rates, and I think the fact that Old School releases drop rates for everything should just it makes it even more annoying that they won't do it on RuneScape 3. Like, I don't understand why they would not do it on one. They do it on one game but won't on the other. It just doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, I definitely think they should release it for things like God Wars 2 and stuff like that. They definitely, should also release it. They should just release it for everything, but I'm interested to see what they end up saying for Telos. But one of the reasons they were giving for not doing it, and I think this was Mod Timbo's reason, and apparently it's up to him whether they're released or not, which I think is a terrible idea to put it up to one person. His reason is it takes away like the mystery or the fun mystery of not knowing if you're going to get a drop from boss, and in my opinion, that is just fucking bullshit, because nobody that I know, and definitely not myself personally, even likes the mystery of not knowing. It's more frustrating than it would be to actually know. And obviously there's a flip side to that. If you don't get the drop in the drop rate, it'll be kind of annoying, but then you'll just know that you're getting unlucky, and that's just luck will even out in the long run. But if you don't know the drop rate, you could just not even be at the drop rate yet. You're not getting unlucky. You're just, that's just the way the statistics are going. So I just feel in general it would be an improvement, and I don't know. That is just the dumbest reason in my eyes. Like, this is coming from Timbo, who introduced Hazelmere's signet ring into the game and tried to, it wasn't really his fault, but he didn't quench the rumors in the beginning. He allowed people to play it up like there's some mystery to it. You got to do something special to get it. When in reality, it was just a rare ass drop while you're wearing the new luck ring, which I I personally had quite a few videos on the Hazelmere Signet Ring mystery and the hunt for the reasoning or how to get it, and I was so disappointed when I realized, or when it was realized or released, that it was just a rare drop. Like, I felt so like cheated after like wondering for such a long time how it could be done to get it, or like what the effects were that you needed to be under in order to receive it. When it ended up just being a rare drop, it was just like, are you serious? That's it? So I don't know. That's not really technically related, but I feel it's kind of in the same vein as like, nobody really cares about the mystery around it in the end if it's just a rare drop. Like, when they want to get a rare drop from a boss, they're not in it for the mystery, they're in it for the drop. Like, I don't know. I'm kind of just repeating myself now and probably making less and less sense as I go on, so I'll try and stop. But that's just my opinion on it. I wanted to make a little video on this because I definitely think they should release drop rates. I mean, they have the boss pet drop rates fully released and everything, so I don't see how it's such a huge leap to move to the rare drops as well, especially for regular bosses that don't have a streaking mechanic like Telos. I would also love if with this change they actually altered racks, so the amount of money you get from lower enrage kills is decreased, because right now, in my opinion, it's too high. And then as the enrage goes up, the loot gets a little bit better, like not a ton better. Like, probably at 300% enrage, it might be like I don't know. I'd say the loot right now is indicative of like maybe 160 to 200% enrage kills worth. So I don't know. That's just my opinion, but it should be lowered a little bit for the other enrages and then increase as your enrage goes up. It only makes sense. Obviously, they're probably not going to change the racks drops like that, but I would like to see that as in like a similar update. And then also make rare drops more common as your enrage increases there as well. But anyways, I just wanted to make a video about this, mostly just to get my opinion out there, as well as to see what you guys think. So let me know in the comments what you think about them releasing drop rates for bosses. Do you think they should? Do you think they shouldn't? Do you think they only should for regular bosses and not for Telos? Let me know, because I'm definitely interested to see what other people would like to say about it. Obviously, as far as I can tell on Reddit, pretty much everybody would just like to see it. Like, I haven't seen any opinions on the dissenting side as far as I could tell. I didn't look too hard, obviously, but that's just the general consensus is that people would like to see it. They also talked about polling which boss we would like to see, and they decided not to do that anymore for some reason. And oh my god, the reason they gave for not polling it was, it pissed me off. It really did, because they fucking said, this is not a significant enough thing to poll, and we want our polls to be significant. After they made that poll, whenever it was, fucking like a year ago, maybe less than that, about do we want the GE to revert to one central booth? Yeah, that's real fucking significant. I'm glad you polled that, but you're not polling something that people actually would want to vote on and like actually make a decision, because people want to see Telos mainly for the first boss, but we're not going to be able to vote anymore because it's not significant enough. Ooh, that really triggered me, if you can't tell. So yeah. They're probably going to start with like either lower level bosses. I don't even know. Are the God Wars 1 drop rates released already, or have they just been estimated over compiled data over the long period of time that they've been out? I don't know. Either way, I bet they're starting with lower level bosses just to piss everybody off, because nobody really cares about those. At least the high level PVMers don't. But hopefully they do end up releasing them for all bosses in the end, because I would really, really prefer that. I feel like it used to be like a thing where they were released, but maybe that was just from RS Wiki compiling data, because I only think in the near past of going to a page and not knowing, or like going to a boss and not knowing the drop rate. Like, I would always go to like a boss in the past, like Bandos or anything, and I would be like, oh, the drop rate of this is like roughly this, so I can maybe expect to get one in this trip, etc. So anyways, that's my stance on it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and also, let me know how your double XP weekend is going. Have you gotten a bunch of XP, any 99s? I'm working on smashing out my crafting here, and after that I think I'm going to move to fletching and then fire making. So yeah, looking forward to it. We'll definitely have a video for 99 crafting out later today. You guys can look forward to that, and I will see you in the next video for that.